Hi, sweetie. Nana again. I found another book for you, and this book is about a little girl who didn't lose her mom, but her mom died. So she's not lost. She's lost in our hearts, but she's not lost. She just died. So I have a book that hopefully helps a little bit. I think I've read it to you before. But you have to know that you can tell Grandma Debbie and you can tell Nana and Auntie anything you want about Mom. We'll listen to you because we understand we love Mom too. And if you're missing Mom, then talk about her. Keep her alive in your heart. And the best way to do that is to talk about her and think about her all the time. Not with sadness, but that she is somehow looking down and seeing how great you've become and what a big girl you are and that you're in school now. So it's kind of happy to know that she can still feel you and understand what you're going through. So if you're feeling sad, then talk about it. Talk about it to Grandma Debbie or Nana or whoever you feel comfortable with. So here's the book. It's called After Charlotte's Mom Died. And I think it's a kind of a good book. Hopefully you can see the pages because they're kind of soft looking. Hopefully you can. Charlotte was 6 years old and lived with her dad and her favorite stuffed animal, Godfrey. Charlotte lived just with her dad and not with her mom because her mom was dead. She had died in a car accident when Charlotte was 5 and a half. Since Mom died, Charlotte's dad had become very sad. Sometimes he cried. He seemed busy a lot, and he often didn't seem to hear or even see Charlotte. Sometimes Charlotte cried too. Other times she felt angry. Why did her mom die? Why didn't she come back so Charlotte could see her, and so her dad wouldn't have to be so sad? At night, Charlotte was afraid to fall asleep. Aunt Gloria had told her that being dead was like being asleep. Too, Charlotte thought about what would happen to her if her dad died. Then Charlotte would be an orphan and have to go live in an orphanage. Charlotte had a lot of thoughts like this, and she only told them to Godfrey, her stuffed bear. On the outside, Charlotte looked like she used to when her mom was alive. She went to school, took her bath, just like before. On the inside, though, Charlotte felt different. She felt sad and mad and scared. She felt like she had lost something very precious and would never, ever find it again. One day, when the girls at school were playing house, Charlotte said she would play the mom. A girl named Joni said, "You can't. You don't have a mom, so you can't play it." Charlotte's mixed up feelings whirled around inside her like a storm. "I do too have a mom," she yelled, and before she knew it, she had pushed Joni so hard that Joni fell and hurt her arm. Charlotte's dad had to come to school to talk to the teacher. Charlotte felt sad and mad and scared as Dad and the teacher talked. When Dad was finished talking, instead of being mad like Charlotte thought he'd be, he used his softest voice, the one Charlotte had hardly heard since Mom died. Dad put his arms around Charlotte and said, "I guess I didn't realize how upset you've been because I've been too busy being sad about Mom's death. I decided you and I will go see someone who can help us with our feelings so we can be happier. This someone is called a therapist, and her name is Anna." Charlotte liked Anna's office. It was full of things to do and play with, and Anna didn't say, "Don't touch that," like Aunt Gloria did. Also, Anna had a cat named Tiger, who was orange and white with big soft paws. That sounds like Legolas, except for he only has one big front paw, not two. There were stuffed clowns in Anna's office, and Charlotte liked to play the family game with them. Once she had the mother clown have a car accident, just like what really happened to her mom. Another time, Charlotte pulled the hat on the father clown down over his face and ears. "He can't hear or see the little clown," Charlotte said to Anna. The little clown had a bad dream, and her daddy didn't listen. One day, Charlotte showed how the little clown was afraid to go to sleep because Aunt Gloria said being dead was like being asleep. Charlotte's dad was with her in the office. When he heard this, he cried. "I didn't know that, Charlotte," he said. Anna's Anna always held Dad's hand when he cried and never said, "Now cheer up and give me a big smile." Anna told Charlotte that people sometimes said being dead was like being asleep, but that is totally not correct. It is safe for Charlotte to go to sleep, and it would not make her dead. Anna told Charlotte that she needed to tell her worries to her dad and not just to Jeffrey, her stuffed animal. So Charlotte told Dad about being afraid that she would be an orphan. And Dad said, "I don't think anything's going to happen to me, but there will always be someone in our family to love you and take care of you, and you will never have to go to an orphanage." Uncle Joe, Aunt Cameron, and Charlotte's favorite cousin Georgie told her too, when she and her dad went there for dinner. "We'd take care of you," Georgie said. Charlotte needed to cry, and Georgie held her hand until she was done. "Let's eat cake." And Georgie said when Charlotte was finished crying. Anna had picked a beautiful pink stone that Charlotte could pick up and hold. Anna told her it was a special kind of wishing stone. "If you say the wish out loud, we can see if we can make it come true, or if it's the kind of wish that can't come true." So Charlotte held the smooth pink stone in her hands. "I wish," she said, closing her eyes, "I wish that my mom wouldn't be dead anymore." "Oh," said Anna, "I know you and Dad both wish that, and so do I. But that's the kind of wish that can't come true. And so you both feel very, very sad." Anna said, "Let's think of a wish that can come true." She held the stone in her own hands and said, "I wish that Charlotte and her dad can be happy again, even though Mom is dead." Charlotte and her dad looked at each other. Dad reached out his arms to Charlotte, and they cried and cried. Charlotte let all those feelings out that were like a storm inside of her. As Dad held her, she felt like she was finding something precious, even if it wasn't the something that she lost. Maybe everything could be right again. Anna said, "As time goes on, those happy feelings will get bigger and bigger, and those sad feelings will get smaller and smaller." Suddenly, Charlotte's dad laughed and pointed to Tiger. Charlotte saw that Tiger had curled up with Godfrey and was licking his face. Charlotte laughed too, and it felt really good. Laughing is always good. I hope you liked that one. It's a little sappy, but sometimes it's needed to hear that you can talk to anybody about Mom, and not feel goofy, because she is with us. Hopefully she can see us, or at least feel us. When we die, we're just made of energy, and energy is something that never dies. So somewhere out there, there is Mom energy all over the place. So I think that's it for now. I will see you soon. I love you so much, sweetie.